Let me see if there's horses, and I just like there's this thing, just like a buffalo maybe, but I'm not seeing any horses. Were there no horses in the previous game? I could have sworn, but now I don't know. Hmm. Welcome back to Banner Saga 2. Let us leave. Okay. But first, 2-minute approach while no one else is around. One is wearing a wolf cloak and missing a hand. The other is a guard with crazed hair shoved into a helmet. You kill him. Hi there. Finally, a moment alone with our new leader. Is there something you need? Seems I should be asking you that. I'm Ruga, the governor of Borzagard. Why am I just now meeting you? With the chaos of the siege and the fight with Borzagard, this is my first chance to meet and congratulate you. Your command so far has been impressive. The guard nods his agreement, but says nothing. Should I be expecting trouble? I'm hoping you already know the answer to that. I'm simply here to offer my help before the trouble arrives. What help can you provide? You've never been to Aberrang before, right? I'd never left Skorg before all of this. A pretty girl rarely needs to leave her village. I'm sure men were already offering to provide for you. Yeah, he's dead now. But I'm from Aberrang. It's different than anything you can imagine. Different how? It's the seat of power. Twice as many people as Borzagard, all clawing to get closer to the king. It's a sight, but it'll probably scare you. I'm not easily frightened. Really, I heard you've made it this far without killing anyone, which was not easy. I hope that's not out of fear. I can do what's necessary. Remind yourself of that so you're always prepared to act. I'll teach you what I can along the way. We'll try to shore up the fact you're a young girl, but it'll take... We'll try to shore up the fact you're a young girl, but it'll take work. I'm trying to decide if I should be offended. He smiles with emotion. He and his guard depart. I think I'm offended. I think I am. Weren't we already further than that? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, there's a day supplies. It's not in the sea, so we can't really go looking for food yet. Ahead, driftwood has collected, creating an impressive barrier for the longship. Alternatively, going ashore has its own risks from what might be lurking in the trees. It's a lot of ships. Combat. Possible losing ships. I don't trust our ships to survive this. This could take too long. So could this. I actually have no idea which of these choices will be faster. Morale's pretty good. Let's go for it. It's portage. The ships groan as they're hoisted on the shoulders and marched across the land. Navigating through the riverside brush takes time, but everyone pulls through unscathed. As the ships push off once again, dredge appear on the bank, a silent reminder of their constant threat. Alright, I did good. Uh-oh, why did we climb? We might make it down this river to the capital without any more trouble. You look at Ivar, surprised by his optimism. And I might sprout wings and start flying. Ah, not optimism. Would that make up for your missing arm? I get to make jokes about losing my arm, not you. I suppose that's fair. So what are you worried about now? I think you should make use of this trainer and his tent that we haul everyone around everywhere. You can't hesitate anymore when it comes to killing others. Not when it comes to protecting your own. Let's bank the ships and make sure you're ready by challenging your skills. Okay. I will, but first we must chat. We watch for a moment as Ivan's Juno's apprentice and the mender found nearly dead at Bridgehorn moves his staff in a complex pattern, repairing some armor. Not a bad festival trick, right? Care to give it a try? Mending? Me? I think I said exactly the same thing the first time a mender asked me to try. I thought you had to be born under a blood moon or from a certain clan. It certainly helps if you've suckled from a she-wolf as a babe. Ivan smiles. Anyone can be a mender, but the training can be difficult. I'm not sure I like the way that sounds. You've already completed many of the lessons, tending to wounds, enduring trials, focus amid distractions. It comes naturally to you. Then what would I have to do if I said yes? You'd have to practice. Day and Ivan looks up towards the unmoving sun. You'd have to practice quite a bit. It wouldn't be easy. It might even be popular. It might not even be popular with the clansmen. They're a little skittish around Juno and me. You're not making it sound great. I've never been much of a recruiter, but mending has its advantages, both on and off the battlefield. Like healing someone who lost an arm to a cinder. Ivan grins and picks up the armor. Hopefully not. Anyway, mull it over, and we'll talk about it again. I got to check on the fighter who was wearing this. Okay. Time to train. Yeah, no. Well, come on in. Let's have a look at you, Sven, the trainer says. After a quick assessment, he says, "Yep, looks like you could stand to learn a few things. I've got 5 challenges for you, and if you can finish them all before we get to Aberrang, well, I'll let everyone know you've impressed me." Let's start with a few of the basics. You think about what he's saying. You feel up to the challenge? Yep. Then we begin. That was me barking, by the way, because it's Sven barks. But anyway, take on spears. Form a shield wall. Kill an enemy using puncture. Use impact to damage 3 enemies at once. Okay. Position your radar adjacent to an ally. End turn. Normal cover, morale, yeah, that's fine. I formed a shield wall. Can't attack diagonally. Questioning that now. Sure can't. Alright. Shield wall! Rude. So kill an enemy with puncture, right? You need to hit 3 people with your sundering impact. Heavy impact is what I need. What's heavy impact? Huh. We're actually looking what their ability was. See that? Nope, don't want it. So you just need to kill people then. No. Just hit them. Alright, puncture. I don't have puncture. Fascinating. Where to pray to. Fires arrow at greater range than 100% chance to hit. Alright. Boop. Boop. Rude. No ability. You literally have nothing. Oh. The enemy's armor is damage killing. Okay. When Harkin or any Var warrior attacks the target, all enemies adjacent. Ah. Okay. Alright, I'm glad I asked. Move over. Well, I'll have to do. Alright, and attack you in the armor. Here. I'm going to attack you in the armor. Rude. Pull forward. Ah, perfect. Not sure stationary the enemy's armor is damaged. Perfect. Puncture? Puncture. Alright, so there's 3 enemies left and they need to come together around him. So we're going to form a shield wall back here. One is... Ooh, he's very hurt. He's not next either. This could be a problem. Alright, you 3 group up. And they don't like you at all. Okay. Attack. Oh, you can't attack anybody, huh? Alright, bird of prey then. And flick! That's good. That's good. No. Hit him. Might as well make him wounded. He does less damage now. Hit him. Perfect. That'll chase it enough. Next target. I don't know if it's adjacent enough, but I can't hit diagonally. So good. Yeah, I hit the one. Not spaced well enough for this. Armor. No more armor. Harkin die. There goes an armor. Is there a reset option? Started option. Alright. Failed. Just in time for you to go for Juno. Die. I failed that challenge, unfortunately. I got 2 out of 3. Nothing, god damn it. Alright, let's try again. Show me. Yep. I'm ready. Now I have a better idea of what it is I'm trying to do. Alright, I'm going to try this once more. And I'm only going to show success. There's going to be some stuff to cut up in this episode. If I don't succeed at this, I'm going to try and do it in between episodes. So that way I don't take up a bunch of my filming time failing at this over and over again. So just a second as I try again. Okay. I have an idea. Also, I think I'm just going to get 3 if I hit him in general. I think Sundering Impact would also work. But I think this is just going to work on its own. Nah, we don't need to do that. Yes! Let's get that puncture going. Who needs it most? You do. But he doesn't. But there we go. My god. 1 kill. Every other time I've played through the last fucking man. Now there's five. There's to be 5 challenges. There's 4 more. Next. You can show me plenty. So you know enough not to trip over your own weapon, but that's hardly impressive. Show me you can thread the needle with that bow. What are they saying? Alright. It's bow time. The main reason I'm doing this at least once here for you guys is to... That's it? Huh. So that way you can see what the challenge is, and if I fail right now, then I'll just do it later. Breaks enemies' armor and punishes enemies for retaliating. There's fine. Blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. Alright, Stonewall. You will not touch me. So he's got to hit 2 people, huh? Okay. The entire point of Thread the Needle is working with straight lines. Okay. Fair enough. Whoa. Attack. Shield break. Go. Armor up. I get her right there. Break armor. Fuck your armor. There's a lot of bad things here that I just don't want to deal with. That's the one. And thread the needle. What? Why did that not damage the bow? Does armor take it? Interesting. Alright. Big guy. Let's hit him in the armor again. Let's remove it. Okay. Don't want you getting in the way. Alright. So what went wrong? Success. That took more tries than it should have. I guess it's 3, but still. Alright, training number 3. Show me what you can do. Plenty. Let that lesson soak in a while longer. I'll show you more later. Oh. Okay. Never mind that. Apparently I just can't. Manufacture heroes, willpower. Yeah, that's great. Cool. I have her now to level people up. Alete. Promote. Promote. I also want her to cause puncture better. Ah. What about dodge, chance to avoid, strength attack, lucky shot, bonus hit chance. Ooh, I like being able to hit better. Defy, avoid any killing blow, gain willpower. Robust, energy strike, crit chance. Resistance to armor damage, gain 1 armor per turn. I like that. Let's have you go ahead and regain some armor. Bam. Next, key kill. I like you. I'm gonna keep you. I gotta twice. Sure will. Alright. Didn't we? Thought we did that with him last time. Maybe I didn't confirm it. So I got 3 more points. Man, his stats can really go. Yeah, let's do that. Strength is health is pretty good. Resistance, strength, damage, crit chance. We're probably gonna go for crit chance. What do we got? Resisting strength damage only 3. Yeah, we're gonna go with crit chance. I'll take that instead. All right, now out of points, and we still don't have anybody else level 5 there. Carrying item that I want to give this to. So off we go. Forwards march. This entire episode, it's technically been a half hour already, just sitting in camp. But well, that was a failed challenge. Ooh, foraged for 16. Look at all the food freshly placed in the supply carts. What's all this about? You ask Godleaf. The clansmen are trying to help as much as possible now. Whenever they can, they forage for nuts and berries or fish and hunt. She hands you a piece of fruit. They may not know how to fight, but they can keep us alive by keeping us fed. Well, that's good. Being fed is great. And I'm not just saying that because I'm fat. It is also fun. Time of the cramped longship is proving too much for the children. They're climbing ropes, interrupting rowers, constantly leaning over the side such the water. Some Varl and clansmen look annoyed. I like that idea. Keep all the children together. You order the longships alongside each other before revealing your plan. Some are shocked and reluctant to follow, while others agree with your decision. The rearrangement takes more time than you expected, but the vessels are soon moving again, with children only climbing over those with children of their own. It just seems, if keeping the families together seems like a good idea. And like anyone who wants to be on the ships with the children, go for it. Well, as long as it's to help the children and not because... That's a whole different problem. Shouts from one of the rear longships grabs everyone's attention. The quick construction is proving faulty and the ship is taking on water fast. With dredge in the bank and all other ships almost at capacity, consider options. Ask shipwrights for advice. We'll need her out of the water. Nonsense, just plug the holes with some cloth and tag for and tar for now. As the arrogant clansmen begin jumping from the sinking vessel, grabbing the clothes as the oars. Most making aboard ships. Alright, asking for help's a waste of time. Got it. Thought that would be better. My mistake. Do that again. A desperate-looking lot of adults and a Varl stand on the shoreline waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with Ivar. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? Ask their needs. The basics. Food, safety, trade routes are empty. Of the 24 humans, half look like they've seen battle. It's been... it got people killed, but it's the same thing I've done every single time. And honestly, I don't regret it. Come on. Everyone carefully files onto the couple of the less burdened ships and starts eating. Clip! Varl says, which you take as his name and his appreciation. Alright, morale improved. That's good. We still have weak morale. We lost some supplies, and it declined a bit. Almost in a town. That's neat. Smoke from a village catches everyone's attention, and the longships begin to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood are floating on the hold anymore. Ivar says you feel the governor's gaze on you, and he slowly shakes his head. You want me to turn my back on them? It's not that. It's just if you try for too much, sometimes you're worse off than not trying at all. We'll help as many as we can. The ships land, you and a few others rush toward the smoke. The closer you get, the stranger the situation. There's no sounds of battle or people panicking to put out fires. Keep going. We'll see what the dead are carrying. Varl's comment defies tradition. So do many things about him. No, turn back. This is a trap. No, something's not right. You stop and shout. Return to the ships. The Raven leader growls at you as you turn toward attack, but he follows. On the banks, a small force of strangers head towards a supply ship, but stop when they notice your return. A man, riddled with desperation, steps forward. Sorry for the ruse. Hunger makes men take risks, you know. What about burning your village? It's empty. Others went north days ago, taking what little was left. Not sure what to stop the trade cards or where all the fish went, but those buildings are only good for signaling help now. You shouldn't have tried to steal from us. Believe it. We're dead without supplies. We're dead without supplies! But your archers and Varl keep the strangers from attacking. The clansmen clap you on the shoulder as your ship sail. Governor Ruga looks amused. There has to be a line. Because if I take everyone... Hello, children. A large clump of hazelnut trees looks like a good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking around leather-wrapped balls of rags. You notice a Varl on the edge of the clearing, silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt and stalk a squirrel. There might be 100 of them in these woods, Varl whispers. Varl's whisper is still loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. He looks at you and the Varl before slowly backing away. I don't want to track him. Sending it back to the camp is a waste of time. Figuring out where its camp is a waste of time. I don't want to kill it because it's a refugee. It's just as scared and fucked in this shit as I am. Let's just hope that it sees that we're done. You hold up your hands and back away too. The Varl follows your lead, and the dredge cocks its head watching. It then turns and runs. The caravan later discusses what it could mean, but all seem too overjoyed by the amount of nuts they collected to worry. We just did something that I don't think the dredge have ever experienced from.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Azalai's godstone almost looks lonely.
I think we just did something for that dredge that no Varl or human has ever done. Which is even more beautiful than the songs say. We gave him a chance of mercy. We didn't immediately jump to combat. Wow. That is really pretty. I feel like a lot of this conflict could have been solved if we had just been more peaceful from the beginning, but I don't know. Oh, it's blowing. Oh, because I have to click on it. The clansmen and Varl are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. And it's Spolverk and his ravens. They look rather upset by my music and all the singing. If they'd rather hang around the large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally, but come closer! Let me introduce you to Asili, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us traveling unfamiliar lands. The skald runs a finger over small etchings in the stone. Inscriptions from all those who were lost, but found a way back home with her help. This is a place where people pay respects. I'm not robbing them. Pay respects. It's like going to a graveyard and stealing coins off of a veteran's grave. Not doing it. We say that silent prayer to the long-dead god and return to the pitched camp. Amid the chaos of the clansmen stretching and drinking, a woman in torn robes slips out of her tent. My tent? You lose sight of her, but nothing seems amiss in your tent, so you let it go. Remember clansmen fighters from here if the caravan is assaulted in mass in a war situation. Yeah, great. It's good to keep enough trained fighters and keep other fighters consume more supplies than clansmen or other. Okay. Oh, speak to defend the training and start training your clansmen battle ready fighters. Okay. Maybe. Probably. The two Varlo look deep in conversation, but Ivar catches your eye and waves you over. So they've all armed themselves or are running from something, but what? Haken's becoming a dredge scholar, trying to understand the motivations of our enemy. Thank you. I'm glad someone's finally doing it. It's just strange that we've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing, too. We might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. Juno says there's a darkness coming. But what Vulcus say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Still, it might explain why the dredge are everywhere. Like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Yep. Nope. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. No! You hit the net! If they've learned to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. Yep. Has anyone ever talked to Dredge? Both of our look at each other. There are rumors that some have tried and been killed in the process. A lot of nonsense. Scald tales about the sounds of a Dredge voice making your skin fall off. So there's been no communication with the enemy. Is that normal? We're too busy killing to worry about the fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. I guess if anyone has talked to them, it'd be the Volca. But good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. What happened back then? A great deal of killing on both sides. Imagine waking up to dredge attacks every night. Back then the sun actually set. You'd wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Young Var probably told you we never got close to pushing them back to the depths they call home. Actually, Ivar never said much about the past. Oh. Ivar says nothing, just holds Haken's stare. Well, he's probably got more stories than you could hear in your short lifetime. I'll leave you two to figuring out the bigger issues. You should know, the clansmen have been talking about us killing women and children, dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. Agreed. I'm so glad his turnaround wasn't, they're upset that we were killing women and children with the dredge. We need to make them man up, or like, if there was anything like that, I'd be like, nah, Ivar. But no, it's a good thing that that's not sitting well. I say if it's us or them, we make sure we're still standing. Haken's word weigh on you. There's nothing more to say. That they do. That they do. Alright, that's the end of today's episode of Banner Saga 2. What a morose way to end it, but let's honestly, like, we're murdering women and children. We are murdering refugees that are fleeing something that none of us understand. This is, as far as we can tell, the end of the world. And everyone is just being forced into a corner. And there's not enough land for all of us. I don't know how these games could possibly have a happy ending. But we'll see. It's probably going to be Game 3. That's the one that's going to have the happy ending. I don't even own Game 3 yet, but that's going to change when this one's finished. But that's for later. And for now, you guys have yourselves a wonderful night.